Hello YouTube. This is my Sugess 11643, which is a knockoff of the Rolex Day Date. I got it from AliExpress on their, I think it was the Black Friday sale, uh, and I paid 160 odd pounds for it plus 23, I believe, of British excise duty. So it's like 200 odd US dollars uh, for viewers on the other side of the pond. So basically, the I paid for it in full, so Sugess has absolutely no influence on what I say in the review. The watch is gives me mixed feelings. On the one hand, what Sugess have been able to achieve for the price is nothing short of amazing in terms of quality, accuracy of the movement, uh, finishing. The watch is really, really good. On the other hand, some details in it let it down. And it really is a bit unfortunate because had Sugess gone the extra mile to fix what looks like, honestly, uh, a bit careless, it would have had a truly great product. So let me start with first the positives, and then I'll dwell into the bits that annoy me somewhat. So positives. First positive is the make quality, the build quality. This is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, if you look at it, plays with the light nicely. The uh, the case is very close to that of an actual day date. It's a 40mm watch. It's actually 39 and a half when you look at it, when you measure it. The president bracelet is well made. The clasp is the same hidden clasp uh, as in the real thing with the little S for Sugess. Uh, Reviewers seem to mind the S. I don't, because it makes it very clear that it's not a Rolex. So it sort of like, it avoids the stigma of like it being a Rolex wannabe or any such thing. It's unmistakably a Chinese knockoff. And that's, well, that's, you know, uh, for people who like that sort of thing. And I mean, I certainly don't necessarily mind if the watch has a good enough feeling of quality, then why not? In terms of that feeling of quality, the watch is made of steel, so it's actually quite light. It's lighter than any sort of like subby equivalent or any such thing, because it's not made of platinum or white gold. So that's sort of unavoidable. But the good thing about it is that on the wrist, and let me put that on the wrist right now. Let me, once I do this, there, on the wrist, it actually looks nice. And it feels like almost, it's very, very comfortable. I mean, there's only a slight thing that I'm going to talk about later. What else? The watch is very accurate. They make no representation as to accuracy because Sugess basically in the package says that the watch is accurate to minus 20 to plus 40 seconds a day. So they really sort of leave themselves quite a margin. In reality, the watch is regulated seemingly to plus 3 seconds a day. I've had it for 2 days now, and for the past 2 days, it's been running a very exact 3 seconds a day. So that is for all the positives. So basically, you're getting a very well executed watch. It comes into the usual penguin, pelican sort of mini mini Pelican case, uh, plastic case. The screwdriver is too narrow for the bracelet, so you need to make sure that you have another one. Fortunately, I did. And and other than that, the watch comes wrapped in so much plastic that it's a challenge to sort of free it from all the protective layers. But once you have, it effectively looks really good. So this is a wrist roll. Now oh, something else. In terms of the shine, Sugess have managed to replicate some precious metal shine. The color is slightly different when you put it close to 316L. What you get, you can see there's a different tint. Let me actually do that straight away. Here's my Janelle. That's made of 316L. If I put the Sugess close to it, realize that the tone of the steel is different. They've managed to keep that, to somehow emulate that sort of platinum / white gold color. I don't know what they've done. Maybe it's a different steel alloy. Maybe the 316L is slightly different. I don't know, but they've managed to obtain something reasonable. The polish in there is actually of high quality. There isn't, it's smooth, it's very well executed. It's like, yeah, it's certainly, whether from far or from close up, let me put the macro bit, yeah, you can see that it's, let me put the other watch away. You can see that there is no, there isn't really any defect in the smoothing. It's very, very smooth. So, what gripe do I have with this? Well, you're looking at it right here. If you look at the 11, it is skewed to the left. And for single digits, it's actually even more apparent. Now, what it does is that even though everything else is good, it makes the watch look a bit, I don't know, as if something had clearly been like the movement doesn't fit or something doesn't fit, which is unfortunate when everything else is obviously, so much effort has obviously been extended into anything else. So, in my view, if I wear this and I look at it, it bothers me. It bothers me because it's not consistent with the rest. So I would feel that Sugess actually needs to fix it. They need to fix it in order to have a truly great product. Even if it means, I mean, I don't know. It's basically serigraphy on the date disc. So either they can get that from their OEM and have a batch that actually contains that, or else they do it themselves. It'll probably add some cost to the watch, but I think given the ratio of perceived quality to the problem at hand, it's probably worth it. Then again, I'm not into their value chain planning or any such things, so maybe they have decided that part of their customer base would actually not mind. As far as I'm concerned, I would, which is unfortunate because otherwise I really do like the watch. Second thing, and this one is more the fluted bezel. If you look at the fluted bezel, it plays with the light nicely. However, if you compare it with the real thing is way crisper in its execution, in the fluting, and in the overall looks. Here it looks as if either it had been cast or sort of polished a bit aggressively after machining, and then potentially either plated or polished with something. But I mean, what remains is that yeah, it is very shiny, but the execution, the fluting doesn't look as crisp uh, as the one on the real Rolex would. I guess it's probably unavoidable during the price point, so this one is not a deal breaker. But if it could be improved just that little notch, would be perfect. Um, in terms of the watch being a knockoff, it clearly is. There's no denying it. Comparing that to any brochure of a Rolex Day Date will actually make it plainly obvious. I don't think it's a problem per se because this watch has been in the public domain for quite a while now. The but the thing that remains is that if you're going to do a knockoff of a watch that is so well known, so famous as the Day Date, it should pretty much be perfect. I mean, it should be there should be no things that look really oddly out of place, such as, for instance, this date date serigraphy being skewed to the left. That, in my view, isn't well. Like I said, I've already said what I thought, so I'm not going to labor the point. So basically, this pretty much concludes my review of the Sugess Day Date. Almost great, but not yet there. There is just that little extra mile to travel to truly make it great. So let's hope Sugess actually goes ahead and does it, or any other manufacturer for that matter. Anyway, that was it. Thank you very much for listening. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, till next time. Bye now.